Okay, so here are some supplemental problems for section 9.1, just to kind of go over what we talked about in class. So the first one, we're going to reflect this line over, or reflect this triangle over the line x equals -1. First thing you have to know is, what does the line x equal -1 looks like? Well, it's a vertical line that goes through -1, like this. Okay. Now, in order for something to be a reflection across a line, it has to be equidistant from both parts of the line. So if this guy is, for instance, one away to the left, the other point is one away to the right, that's h prime. G and G prime, it's on the line, so they're the same point. And then F prime is 2 away on the other side. And there's our triangle. Okay, so there we go. Next one, reflecting this across the x-axis. Okay. Now the x-axis has a formula. All right, so we'll kind of look at that formula. To do a reflection across the x-axis, xy becomes x negative y. So d is -2, -1. It becomes d prime at -2, +1. E is -1, 3. It becomes d prime at -1, -3. And F is 3, -1. It becomes F prime at 3, 1. Okay. So I'll do the original triangle in blue and the new one in red. So DEF was at -2, -1. Uh, E was at -1, 3. And F was at 3, -1. So D, E, F. Okay. And then I reflect that across the y-axis. D becomes -2. Sorry, the x-axis, excuse me, -2, 1. So there's D prime. E becomes -1, -3. There's E prime. And F becomes 3, 1. Let me just connect those dots. Okay, great. Number 6 then, the next one I wanted to look at, we looked at in class, kind of talking about, was ABC, sorry, excuse me, in the y-axis. Now the formula for y-axis reflection is xy becomes -x, y. Okay. So A, which is 1, 4, becomes A prime, which is -1, 4. B, which is 3, 2, becomes B prime, which is -3, 2. C, which is 2, -2, becomes C prime, which is -2, -2. And D, which is -3, 1, becomes D prime, which is 3, 1. So again, I'll do A, B, C, D in blue, and I'll do reflection in red. So A is at 1, 4. B is at 3, 2. C is at 2, -2. And D is at -3, 1. Okay. So what's this? A, B, C, D. Now, A prime is at -1, 4. B prime is at -3, 2. C prime is at -2, -2. And D prime is at 3, 1. And there we go. It's kind of sloppy because I'm not the greatest artist in the world, but yeah, it's reflected there across the y-axis. Okay. Now the last one is a reflection across the line y equals x. In order to do a reflection across the line y equals x, the formula becomes xy is yx. And the book says interpose, or just swap the points. So r is at -2, 3. That means s is at 3, -2. Sorry, r prime is at 3, -2. S is at 2, 4. So s prime is at 4, 2. T is at 2, -3, meaning t prime is at -3, 2. And u is at -2, -4, which is at u prime now at -4, -2. Okay. So again, r is at -2, 3. S is at 2, 4. T is at 2, -3. and u is at -2, -4. Okay. So R, S, T, U. And then R prime is at 3, -2. S prime is at 4, 2. T is at -3, 2. T prime is. And then U prime is at -4, -2. So R prime, S prime, T prime, U prime. Connect the dots. There we go. And that line, y equals x, is this line right here. I haven't done much graphing of lines this year, but here it is. You can see, even in my terrible sketches there, that it's the same distance on both sides. Okay, so there we go. There's some examples from section, extra examples from section 9.1.